Cześć widzowie, witam was w następnym odcinku i dzisiaj będziemy oglądać, macie już w opisie, że będziemy oglądać strasznie tu odcinek pierwszy, trzeci, czyli że u nas trzeci, a u nich pierwszy. Bo trwa 2 godziny, ile? 2 godziny 20. Jeszcze oczywiście reklama.
In one of the boxes, I managed to find these walkie-talkies. With them, at least we shall be in contact.
Good. All right then. Henry, lead the way.
A co ty za małe? Haha! Jakie malutkie pysiaki. Jest! Co to było?
It seems that Henry used to know this place really good.
At the start, I also found that suspicious. But as soon as I've heard his story, everything made sense.
I suppose you are wondering, how do I know the structure of this place so good? Truth is, I was among those people who built it. Well, the original version of this place. As I told you before, Joshua Smith was a good friend of mine. And when he asked me to help him with the realization of his dream, I straight away agreed to do it. And that dream was to build the best pizza attraction in town to his beloved daughter, Anna. Yeah, I know, it might sound a little bit absurd, but after Joshua tragically lost his wife, Anna became his only source of happiness in his life. Even despite the fact that Joshua had 2 older sons as
A no
well,
tak,
by the name
zapomniałem po
Fritz and
polsku napisy.
It's just seeing Anna's happy smile was the best cure to Joshua in handling those hard times. For a year, we were enthusiastically building his dream. While Joshua was dealing with construction tasks, I was creating first prototypes of the animatronics,
Hello?
which were expected to be the main feature that Anna's happy smile could charge with positive energy almost anyone. Well, except for her brothers. For some reason, Fritz and Daniel were not sharing that same happiness as everyone else did. And then one day, that
Gdzie ja
second
słyszę
tragedy in
polskie?
Joshua's life
Gdzie to słyszę? Albo widzę
It
polskie
was hard to say.
coś.
Were the children responsible for that? Or was it just an accident? But one morning, while playing hide and seek with her brothers, Anna decided to hide inside one of the animatronics. That model was still unfinished, and the springs inside of it were not stable. This new tragedy,
Zabierają go.
I suppose you can imagine yourself what it did to Joshua. Straight away, he
Medic?
isolated himself from everyone, even his kids. He fired all the staff. And for days and nights, he used to stay locked inside of our unfinished pizzeria. Sometimes he was only seen in our local library, where he used to take books
Library.
with a very strange and even terrifying content. This kind of behavior lasted for half a year. And then one day, Joshua unexpectedly contacted me. He told me that he wanted to finish what we had started and open the pizzeria in Anna's memory. At the start, I was really happy to hear this kind of news, as I thought Joshua finally recovered from the tragedy. But things were not as simple as I had assumed. When I saw Joshua, straight away I noticed that something had changed in him. Yes, he was still that same-looking Joshua, yet his eyes and the way he spoke was very unlike him. But it was also weird. He adopted a child by the name Brian, who seemed to be always near Joshua and almost never left him alone. And even though that boy was around 8 or 9 years old, if he looked at you, once I was going to Joshua's office and overheard how he was having a conversation with someone. Or something.
Someting.
No i fajnie.
Something. The voice that talked to him, I don't even know how to describe it. Let's just say it was hard to call it human. While being driven by anxiety and curiosity, I went inside, and to my surprise, I only found Joshua and Brian there. But the way they looked at me, even now.
Wiem, że dla was to są jakieś jaja, ale to koniec tego odcinka. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało. Jeśli wam się spodobało, to zostawcie łapkę w górę i suba. I dziękuję wam bardzo serdecznie za obejrzenie. Widzimy się w następnych odcinkach. Pa, pa.